you just want to judge. The guy that
Yeah.
judge us, like you said,
It's
every
easy
man
to
is
judge
fallible.
people. You can
Yes,
sit
it
on the
is.
sideline and judge people,
Uh-huh.
but get with the flow. But when you're judging those people, you better judge yourself.
Look at yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
You gotta
Look
everything
in the
is.
mirror. That's all you got to do. Look in the mirror.
But just like you said, and just going back to it, he's always there. The people don't understand, like, no matter what you go through in life, you're gonna, even the atheist, you're gonna reach a point in your life where you're just saying, my God," because you know, like he's there, like you said, they're gonna reach their point where they're gonna always feel like they can't go nowhere. Well, most of the time they will, but sometimes people just feel like they can't go there because that's what our goal is, to lead them to Christ. Because once they get that peace and the love from Christ, and they know they can always go to Him. That's just life changing. No matter what you go through in life, whatever you're going through, you'll always be able to go to Him, and He's going to be there. Like He said, He's never leaving, never forsaken. He's there.
Trials and
And tribulations are
tribulations.
promised. Consider it a great joy when you go through trials and tribulations,
Yes.
because it's always is making your faith stronger. So
And the main thing is to learn from the trials and tribulations.
it's like
Not just go through it,
it.
but once you know had the trials and tribulations and you think you got clarity,
It's how you
keep that
respond
in
to it.
mind.
Yeah, you got to respond to it in
Yeah.
the right way.
Yeah. You know, and it ain't about somebody judging somebody or not judging somebody. It's about you,
Hmm.
how you conduct yourself. I mean, the way I look at it. Because I got a sister and brother, boy, they preach it, and they come with shit, Shelly, I fucked up.
Yeah.
But I'm human.
We all have, yeah.
And you see, that's what a lot of times us as Christians got to be able to. We got to be able to approach other people in a certain way, because certain ways us as Christians sometimes
Right.
approach people, it draws them actually away from God and class, and instead of actually near them, they draw them away. And the way sometimes Christians approach
I think the
others,
main thing is don't judge others.
yeah, don't draw, because that's what I'm saying. Like
Because
when
you
you
don't
sit
want
there,
nobody judging you.
yes,
Even though you right or wrong, but you don't want nobody judging. So what's good for the goose is good for the gander,
hmm
you know. And people, we human beings,
hmm
we're fallible. And ain't no perfect motherfucker out here, in my opinion. Ain't no perfect.
I concur on that.
There's no perfect individual walking on this planet that's perfect.
There's only one.
And you can't judge yourself about somebody you put on a pedestal
hmm
because he's still a human being and he's fallible.
yeah, because that'll be idolizing, and
Yeah.
you can't.
I had that thing with my brother and my sister and everything. They wanted me to join the church, but I said, look, yo, that ain't what he talking about. He up there with gold rings and nice suit and every damn thing. And he want me to get out. I expect $500 from each person in the
Yeah.
audience. I said, wait a minute now. Look,
Yes,
I ain't
sir.
got $500 to give a
Heard
motherfucker.
that.
Now,
Heard,
if you want to payments,
uh,
but I ain't got $500 put in that damn that orphan box, not for your benefit. And you dress and you look good, but why you
I was
telling?
listening to a sermon the other day, and he was telling us a story about the Pharisees and everything, and how a lot of these people who's literally on stage right now have platforms, they're preaching the gospel. When they sit here judging, they think they're up there, they're living these life, and they're living the hypocrisy and these things like that. Like he was reading the verse where it says the prostitutes and the tax collectors will enter the kingdom before the rich man or whatever. That's how it is. Like these false prophets, things like that. And that's the thing we got to understand too. Like a lot of these people, they're preaching the word, but they're not living a godly life. But at least
Well,
whenever, like I said,
if they live in the godly life or not, you can't you can't criticize them because first they're fallible,
yeah,
like
yeah,
me and you.
yeah.
well
So
put, Frank.
I don't expect you or you
Yeah.
to live on my
We're
course.
not, nobody's gonna live
Everybody's different.
perfect. Everybody's different. But that just goes back to like when you're preaching the gospel, you can't be up here on this platform and preaching it And yes, you preaching this platform on this platform, you're gonna make mistakes just like that. You're fallible, but
Yeah.
it can't be just a consistent reputation of you just sitting up here preaching these people to do this, and then you're just totally doing the opposite. You just, and at the same time,